This is the Ourvoice 360 podcast, our perspectives, our way, keeping you in the know while you're on the go. This podcast was created with you in mind. On Ourvoice 360, we'll give you inspiration, sports, business and leadership tips, Black history, and entertainment. This is a show built from our perspectives. So if you're ready to be entertained, inspired, laugh a little, be informed, and enlightened, tune in now to Ourvoice 360. Let's go! Hey everyone, and welcome to our show, Ourvoice 360, our perspectives, our ways. I'm your man, Chad Bumgarner, 1/3 of the trio. I have with me my man, Pete Hunt.
What's good, family?
And my man, Mike Brown, of Don Dada.
Blessings, what's happening?
And with that, let's get into it.
And as always, our show is brought to you by Elect Graphics and Photography. Allow your visions to become reality. And CDB Consulting, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading? And if you would like to contact us to be a sponsor or just to contact us to let us know how the show is going and how do you like the show or how you dislike the show, hit us up via email at ourvoice360@gmail.com and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hey, Mike, hit us with some of that inspiration, brother.
Come on, Mike.
Today is gonna be real straight. It's gonna be real straight to the point. And it's this. If you want to see things truly change in your life, you have to start by changing some things in your life.
Okay. 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 As Chad would say,
You just dropped some bombs on us right there, boy.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but it speaks volumes. You know?
You know, the racist himself, Gandhi, even made that quote. Be the change you want to see. And I know some people don't like what I just said, but it's true. But we ain't on today. But
racist Gandhi is another segment. That whoo.
Yeah.
But still, truth is truth. No matter whose mouth it come out of, truth is truth.
Yeah.
And to truly be the change, there's some things about yourself that you need to change. And if a lot of people would acknowledge that and embrace that, I think the world itself would be a whole lot better. And we wouldn't have so much. We wouldn't allow certain things to divide us so easily.
You know what? And with that being said, I just thought of something. Y'all excuse me for the comments, but you know I can't have my lips ashy.
That should have been okay, go ahead.
But but look though, you know, I often hear a lot of people speak about when they're in relationships or this and that. People got to understand, man, you attract that in which you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you saying, I'm gonna have to leave it right there, but y'all see what I'm saying though.
You know what? I think I know where you're going. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I do not want to go off on tangent. We're talking about if you want to change some things, you got to change some things about yourself, right?
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with several young ladies, and the discussion got kind of heated because it was like the right to wear what you want to wear. And I'm like, that's true, but with that comes the consequences of what. Now, if you look, if your outfit or your appearance reminds a lot of people that see you as something, they're going to attach you to that. So for those of you who are listening who don't really understand what I'm saying, basically, if you look like a lady of the evening, that's how they're going to treat you. Now, never did I say that was right or fair. But if you want to change how people address you, how people look at you, there's some things about yourself you need to change. For instance, it's just like a couple of weeks ago when I spoke to y'all about when I started that job, and my mentor said, add a blazer to your button-down shirt and your slacks, and watch what happens.
Yeah.
When I added that blazer, when I changed something in me, like my mindset first of all, and then my attire by simply adding a blazer, I started becoming appealing, not in a sexual aspect, but in a work-related manner. Because now more senior managers, more directors are stopping me and saying, "Hey, I didn't catch your name. What department do you work in again?" To whereas before, when I was just a button down and a pair of slacks, they would walk past me and say, "Hello," and keep going. Now all of a sudden, there's an interest to know what it is that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So just that right there, you can take into everyday life. When you go to school or when you're out and about, it's like I tell my kids, I don't know what it is about this generation, but they love to just grab stuff out of the dryer and just throw it on. I said, we don't come from that type of background.
Mm-mm.
Your stuff
The
needs
iron on that thing.
when you leave the house. You are not going to go out looking like a wrinkled ball of clothing. And they can't stand it. I'm like, I didn't ask you what you could stand. What I'm telling you is,
This is what you're gonna do.
right, this is what you're
Yeah.
going to do. You only get one time to make a first and lasting impression.
There you go.
You need to change your mindset about your presentation to the world. You know what I mean? You need to change your mindset about how you dress, how you speak when you're out in public. You know what I mean? If you're tired of, like Mike said, attracting a certain kind of energy or people or person or whatever, start doing some reevaluation and look at what is it about me that's attracting this unwanted attention
Exactly.
or energy.
But I mean, Mike, Chad, like you said, first it's mental.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start with the mental side of the game first, because you don't change your mentality. There's no way you're going to be able to make the proper changes that need to be made mentally, and then you have to see the changes that you have to make also.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see those changes, I mean, it's just like an alcoholic. If a person is an alcoholic and they feel that they're not an alcoholic, they're going to continue
To drink.
they're going to continue to drink until they hurt someone or they hurt themselves.
Or they come into an intervention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when an alcoholic wants to recover, the first thing they have to realize is, okay, I have a problem.
And that's
And then,
coming from a I guess you would say recovering alcoholic, which I am. That's one of the, in the 12 steps, that's one of the steps, is admitting that you're powerless over this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to humble yourself to change anything.
Right.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No matter what that may be. I mean, it's like you saying, Pete, you got to come to terms with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This thing got a hold on me. You know what I'm saying? You got to. It's a emotional thing to do, but it's a needed thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then then after you realize that it's an issue, you have to realize it's a process that you have to go through.
Uh-huh.
And in most cases, it's not a short process that you have to go through. It's things that and that's with anything that you want to change within yourself. It's going to take a process, but again, first you have to first of all see that that's an issue or a problem.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it exactly, and then have the mental capacity and the mental fortitude to take that challenge on to make the change.
That's right.
Mike, man, I definitely appreciate that inspiration segment. And I think that's well needed in this climate that we're living in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We love, it's easy, and that's for all humans, no matter what your hue. But it's easy to point the finger and say that's the blame, that needs to change, that's wrong. But it's a little bit harder to look in that mirror, like Michael Jackson said. That's where you need to start. If everybody can start from the inside and work themselves out, I don't think we'd have as many problems and be so divisive as we are now. We all the same, but we different.
Oh yeah, and another,
you know what I'm saying? We all the same, but we different.
Yeah, and I want to mention one more point before we segue into something else. We also have to realize that we, especially like in a relationship situation, we can't change other people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go into relationships, whether it's friendship, whether it's romantic, whatever it is, work related. If you see a lot of people go into the situations like, okay, I can change this person, I can change her, I can change him, I can change them if it's a group or whatever. And again, like you said, Chad, first we have to look at ourselves. We have to look at ourselves first, because if there's an issue, each individual has to look at themselves in the mirror and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? Is it me? Is it me that's the problem?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you lash out or you tell somebody else that they're the problem in the situation, what they need to do to change. You need to look at yourself in the mirror.
What's that old gospel song? Sweep around your own back porch.
Yeah, sweep around your own window.
Boy, you sweep around mine. Yes, sir.
And that's even biblical too. You know, get the plank out of your eye before you try to help me with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Mike, appreciate that inspiration, but my brother.
Sir.
Always dropping dimes on us. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you know it. We had to go off script again. We got to talk about the debate in its entirety. There's a lot to discuss on that matter, and we'll also try to talk about recent events. What happened today on October 8th? There are 6 lunatics who tried to kidnap the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, I think that's her name, Democratic governor. So we'll try to touch on that too. But before we get to that, we're gonna circle back around to my man Mike, because Mike's gonna drop some more dimes on us with that Black history. So Mike.
All right. So today, discussing a guy by the name of Wendell Scott.
Mr.
Wendell Scott.
Oh yeah. My bad. Go ahead. I thought that was who you were talking about, Wendell.
Okay, Arrested Development. Mr. Wendell. Okay.
I know you couldn't help yourself, Mike. I knew you couldn't help yourself. I gave you one. There you go.
All right, so today we're going to be discussing Wendell Scott. He was the first African American to obtain a NASCAR racing license in 1953.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
He was the first and only black driver to win a race in what is now known as the Sprint Cup Series. He made history in 1952 at the Danville Fairgrounds Speedway, where he was the first black to compete in the stock car racing competition. He held 147 top 10 finishes during his career. But racial discrimination prevented him from entering the victory circle.
Tell that story.
Yeah. He was raised by his father, who worked as a mechanic and a driver for wealthy whites in the community. He taught Wendell how to drive, and he taught him how to drive fast. The only jobs in Danville were the cotton gin and tobacco fields. Scott refused to do that, so he dropped out of school and joined the Army. When he returned, he made a living selling moonshine whiskey. He often watched the speedway races from the black-only bleachers, yearning to be on the track with them. But things changed one day when the Dixie Circuit Racers, which was an all-white group who were part of NASCAR, asked the police for the fastest Negro driver to compete against their seasoned white drivers in a gimmick race. They recommended Scott. He convinced NASCAR to grant him a license in 1963. He won the 1 mile dirt track, Speedway Park in Jacksonville, Florida. However, a white man, Buck Baker, was declared the winner because they refused to see a Negro win.
There you go.
His top career earnings were in 1969, where he won $47,451, which is quite a bit of money. In 1969. Wendell Scott died in 1990. His story was told in the 1977 film Greased Lightning, starring Richard Pryor. And you know, as I was doing that research, you know, you often hear how NASCAR started. They say it started from the white guys running liquor, which that's how it started. But you never hear about Wendell, who beat all of them. Every one of them.
Couldn't get credit.
And they used the race as a gimmick. We're going to make the colored dude look stupid. He went out there and beat every one of them in racing.
He said, the lies you tell. I've been waiting on this moment.
Yeah, he's the devil is a lie.
But it's crazy about the Wendell Scott story that you referenced to, Mike, that when he actually won a race, they still wouldn't give him the credit.
Yeah.
They allowed the white man that finished second.
Yeah.
Declared him the winner because they refused to see a Negro win their sport. Win their sport.
You can't tell me that didn't bother that dude, that white dude. Yeah, you can sit there and claim the victory and hold up the trophy and everybody taking your picture. But you as a grown man, you got to go home. And I know that's on your mind, that you got me.
I'm sure, Chad, I'm going to refute that. I guarantee it didn't. I guarantee it didn't bother him. I guarantee, because, you know, the privilege is what's most important. It's the privilege. It's the white privilege that's most important in that situation. So, hey, guess what? I'm taking that trophy home, and I'm taking this first place check, even though this brother beat me.
Yeah,
he was not bothered. I can guarantee you wasn't bothered by that.
Yeah, but if he's sitting in the bar and all him and his cronies are drinking and everything, and he getting a little cocky at the mouth, and one of them tapping on the shoulder, don't forget, you got beat by an N-word. It don't take but one. Ain't nobody gonna forget. We can gloss over it all we want to. White or black. You can't tell me that's not sitting on that man's conscience. And don't think for a minute if he got too cocky, somebody ain't gonna make him remember.
But my thing is this: he beat all of them. So what they gonna say?
Yeah, they can't say nothing.
That's what I'm saying. He beat you too. So
at least he beat them.
But that's what they do, though.
At least the white guy gonna say, "Look, I beat y'all, didn't I?"
Exactly.
That's true.
I beat y'all and he beat us.
Yeah,
that's true. But I'm just saying, don't think that won't happen.
But you know, I mean,
it's one thing to get beat by your fellow man. It was in that day. It's another to get beat by a black man. White men can beat each other all day. That's fine. That's great. You got beat. That's like getting it. In our day, that's like getting beat up by a girl. It's like
I got beat up by a girl.
Pete beat Chad up. Mike beat Chad up. Dang, Chad got beat by a girl?
No, I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
Big difference.
Tell y'all a story, and I ain't gonna call no names, ain't gonna go off cuff with it, but when I was in high school, a friend of mine, girlfriend was pretty tough.
Like Ford?
And bruh, one day, you know me, I'm a comedian, I'm talking junk to her. She told me, she said, "Get out the car." I told my man, drive off. Drive off. And I refused to fight her. Because I knew 2 or 3 guys she had already beat up. And they were pretty tough. And I'm going to tell you, my homeboy Don, the same one we went to church with, Pete.
Hey, man, you said you wouldn't call him names.
Come on, you said you weren't going to call no names.
Nah, I ain't called the dude. Nah, he was driving. I'm the one who told him to drive off.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I said, Don, drive off, bro. He said, but Mike. I said, don't but Mike me. Drive. Cuz.
These are our confessions.
Yeah. But look, though. I saw her at the mall maybe a couple weeks later by herself. I pulled her to the side. I said, you know, I was just tripping. Cuz. I said, we cool, ain't we? Call me what you want. I live another day.
You lived through it.
Because I knew if she slapped these glasses off.
There's no coming back.
Nah, you know, the fight pretty much over. I'm swinging at whatever moving blurry.
Hey, he did a Chris Tucker. Okay, which one of y'all hit me?
Cuz I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, so I took that one for the team.
Oh, Lord.
And my excuse was, y'all know I don't hit women. Cuz.
That ain't no excuse. That's the rule.
You're right. That's how we was trained.
But this woman done beat up men.
And oh wow, we don't got off on the tangent.
Bro, she would have drugged me, cuz.
Mike, we appreciate the Black History. Thank you so much, my brother. Always dropping dimes on us, wisdom and knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Yes,
that.
Sir.
Watch your back, girl. I know who y'all.
You better watch your damn back.
Find me on Facebook.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into the meat and potatoes of the segment. We are talking about the 2020 vice presidential debate between Senator Kamala Harris and Vice President Mike Pence. I almost lost his name. Mike Pence. Wouldn't have mattered no way.
Nah, I really wouldn't.
I do happen to think that this debate was a little better than the presidential debate. Both sides actually got to make some points, give their view or vision to some extent. And then there was a lot of question dodging from both sides. Again, these are the thoughts, views, and opinions of us. Take them as you will. But yeah, the debate last night was
Interesting.
it was very interesting. It was cool to try to see Mike Pence debate Kamala Harris. One thing that and I don't know, I might get in trouble for saying this, but it's been my experience. Let me say that. One thing that Black women are very strong in, and that's debating. So when you want to debate a sister, you, sir, better have your facts together. Because if you do not, what happened last night to Mike Pence, it can happen to you, if not worse. Because yours won't be televised. Gentlemen, any thoughts, views, opinions?
My first thought is, at what point are we going to get a strong moderator? This is the second straight. This is the second straight debate where the moderator got dominated. First, it was Mike Wallace. Last, the vice presidential debate was Susan Page. First off, make Mike Pence answer a question that you asked him. At no point last night did he answer a question that she asked him.
Right. He always tried to tell us.
Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, she asked him about the Affordable Care Act. Are you going to take away pre-existing conditions? What is your plan about the Affordable Care Act and pre-existing conditions? Mike Pence said, I like spaghetti. What? What does that, you see what I'm saying? What does that have to do with what we're talking about? That boggles my mind. And she never made him answer a question.
She never held them accountable.
Yeah, never held them accountable.
And
I love
at some point, you have to stop people from talking over you as the moderator. Mike Pence could have cared less what Susan Page was talking about. I can't count how many times she said, thank you, Vice President. And he continued to talk. And kept talking. And I'm just like, at what point will we have a strong moderator? Because if your moderator is strong in holding each person accountable, we have a much smoother debate and we get questions answered instead of dodging and people liking spaghetti. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I agree. I honestly, sitting there watching the debate with my wife, I'm like, they really should have had Roland Martin or Don Lemon, know, the mediator, or what is it called again? What's their title?
Moderator.
Excuse me, being the moderator for that show. Somebody who can really hold them accountable and hold their feet to the fire. This is the question that I asked you. I did not ask you about a story about your childhood or about you coming into this country or about your folks. Or I asked you, would you overturn Roe versus Wade? Or do you denounce white supremacy? Or why are you in court right now trying to repeal Affordable Care, pre-existing conditions for Affordable Care Act? And it's like every time, and even, I hate to say it, but even Senator Kamala Harris dodged the question. The one particularly that I remember is when they talked about stacking the court with the judges.
Let me pause you right there, Chad.
Okay.
That wasn't a question asked by the moderator. Right. That was a question asked by Mike Pence. First of all, I don't have to answer your question because you are not the moderator. I answered the moderator's questions. And she fell and Kamala fell into that trap. And he set it up very nice, perfectly, just like Trump tried to do with Joe Biden about stacking the court. First of all, that's not the question at hand. We're asking about you and a peaceful relinquishing of the presidency if you lose. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about stacking the court. So, no, I don't have to answer your question because you're not the moderator. But, of course, that's what everybody's talking about on the news this morning after the debate. Why did Kamala Harris try to dodge that question? But hold on. Didn't Mike Pence just dodge every question that was asked of him?
Just about every single question, yes. But see, that's what you do when you really want somebody to win. You're going to find every little, you're trying to find every little piece of, no. You're trying to find every little small flaw of the opposing side to magnify, instead of saying that the person you're rooting for, bruh, you just weak on that. You just weak.
Yeah.
You did not come back the way you should have on this, and this. You were weak. Mm-hmm. But I would love for people to be Republicans, Democrats, and Independents. I would love for everybody to be fair. But
that's all.
That's not gonna happen. Nah. Even though you want somebody to win or become or get elected to a certain position, you really have to listen to what they're saying and look at their track record. Mm-hmm. You got to get beyond the party, and you got to look at the person, because everybody's got values or lack thereof.
Right.
But you have to research that and know when the person that you think you want to go for, is he or she double talking? Are you saying something over here, but then over here you saying something else, like your boy Daniel Cameron? I digress. That's another topic. But I'm just saying, this is important. Mm-hmm. You really need to pay attention to what they're saying. And there was one thing last night on the debate where I was watching, and they were saying that Mike Pence was saying a lot of the things that the president was saying, but he got a better review. Why do you think that is? Well, because Mike Pence, his tone, like I can say, like I can be like Trump and be like, You know, I really don't care. I hate all these black people. Well, that was harsh. That was rude. But if you're Mike, well, you know, I really don't care because the black people are not really my favorite. It's how he said it. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't like what he said, but that was nice.
And that makes him more dangerous.
Exactly.
And that makes him more dangerous.
He still said the same thing. But a lot of people are saying because of the tone, he has less vibrato. He's more of a smooth talker.
And that's
they're the same people. Just about.
And that's such a low bar.
It is.
That is such a low bar.
It is.
To I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, oh, because he was more monotone. Okay, he did better. No, he really didn't do better at all. He got destroyed.
He did.
He got destroyed.
But did you see that, Pete? Did you see when they interviewed some of the viewers after the show, and one of it was two ladies that actually said that. It was like what he said because his tone was so, like you said, monotone or smooth.
It's just I don't understand. First of all, stop with the undecided voter. There's no undecided voters. Stop it. You just want attention. CNN just wants attention. There's no undecided voter. You know who you voting for. If at this stage, if you don't know who you voting for, I have to really look at you sideways. But back to the tone. That's what makes someone of Mike Pence's ilk so dangerous because he is. Yes, sir.
You're not finna go by. You're not finna fly by. You said Mike Pence.
Ilk.
His ilk.
I caught that too. I was proud inside. I said, "Go ahead,
go ahead, Pete."
a person of
my lexicon is excellent.
Yes, it is. But a person of his ilk, that's what makes them so dangerous because their monotone and their calm demeanor, but up underneath all of that is evil.
Yes.
It's evil. Under all of that, it's evil. And that's what I just look at people who that follow that regime, and I'm just looking at you like, really? Well, I mean, what is it that attracts you to that? What is it about you in your spirit, man, that attracts you to foolishness like that? And I mean, if that's what you choose to follow, that's your business. That's on you. But I really have to look at you sideways. If these are the people that you follow, and these are the people that you want to lead this country.
But you know what? You also got people out there that are out for self. You know what I mean? As far as voters or followers. And as long as, and I get it, I guess, Trump did created that tax for the top 1% to where they don't have to pay it or whatever, right? If he does that and you happen to be in the 1%, of course you're gonna like that. Or if he got rid of regulation and you're running a business and that helps you get your product out faster, never mind the fact if it's quality because you just rolled back regulation. You know what I mean? So of course you're gonna like him. But my thing is, like, I was talking to a gentleman. I'm not gonna say who he was, but several months ago when we got the first stimulus check, you know, we talked. He's like, "Hey, bro, black guy." He said, "How you like your president?" I said, "What you mean?" "Well, you know, you put this money in our pocket." I said, "First of all, he didn't give you that. That money is not free money. That's your money.
Exactly.
That's tax money. You think this man gonna pull money out of his, you know what, and just give America free money? That's not free money, man."
Nah.
I'm saying, you know, he put money in my pocket. I said, but you're looking at it from a selfish point of view. This money was given out to everybody as a stimulus. I get that. But now you have to look at it like, to what cost? What is it going to cost us? How is this going to affect us down the road? Or with the deregulation, you know, companies are happy because they got rid of all that red tape. Now I can do da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but at what cost to the people who you're selling this product to?
Yeah.
What if it's not quality? Because they just rolled back regulations. That means I don't have to check off
your quality control.
Right.
Or what is it gonna do to the environment? What is it gonna do?
Right.
I mean,
And it's like,
It's gonna affect him in the long run.
he take care of the business. So okay, but what about the communities? What about education? What about infrastructure? How is it affecting that? People are not looking at the big picture and what it's going to cost us when he makes these decisions that maybe satisfy one or two types of people in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was trying to tell this guy. I'm like, okay, he put $2,400 in our pocket, whoop-de-woo, but that was my money from jump. So all he did was give back my money earlier than what I would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Okay, but it made him look good.
Mm-hmm.
But like I told the brother, I'm like, you really need to step back and look at this from a bigger picture. Just because somebody put some money in your pocket, don't mean he got good intentions. What was the motive behind it? What was his intentions? And again, I keep beating a dead horse, but what is it going to cost us?
Mm-hmm. My thing about the debate that I was really impressed with was the calmness and demeanor of Miss Harris,
which I think was unfair. Go ahead.
Her calmness and demeanor of being basically Pence is trying to bully her, overtalk her, this, that, and the third, and just the calmness of your mama when you done something wrong. I'm speaking, Vice President Pence. As black men, we know what that look was when she turned around and looked. We knew what that was when she looked at him through that plexiglass with the side eye. She looking over glasses that ain't there. Look, she looking over the top of glasses that ain't there.
I got quiet.
Yeah, we knew what that meant. You got one more time. You got one more time.
Mm-hmm.
But I applaud my sister for
her control.
Her control what she's doing, and and her presence and the role model that she is. And it was just so funny pre-debate how many people on social media was talking about she can't come across as the angry black woman. She can't come across as this, that, and the third. Yeah, the angry black woman, because they think all black women are angry.
Well, they're coming across as the racist white men, so what's the difference?
But that don't matter, Mike.
Don't matter. Black women
don't matter. Just like with Michelle Obama. I'm sure it was some times where she wanted to take the earrings out and take the shoes off.
Oh yeah.
And handle some business when they were calling her a monkey. And but she had to stand firm on, I can't do this because it's gonna affect other black women down the road.
Yeah.
But see, Pete, this is why I said when you were saying earlier you applaud her for control. I do too, but I feel like it's unfair.
It's definitely unfair.
The minute we have passion in how we speak, it's considered us being angry. But when a white man or a white woman has passion, and when they talk, oh, it's passion. He was full of passion. He was fiery. They like that. He took charge. She took command of the stage. When they do it, it's fine. But when we do it, we're angry. We're out of control. Didn't you see the red in her eyes? That was passion. So when we get passionate, we're angry. And I agree with you. I'm so happy to see her have that control, but I feel like she shouldn't have had to have had that. She should have been able to speak with passion about what her points were and what she believed in, and should have been taken as, man, she was passionate about Roe versus Wade, or man, she was passionate about educational police reform, or whatever. But she had to go for Alicia Rashad and go calm and smack the taste out your mouth with her words.
Let the record show.
Yeah.
Alicia Rashad is the only other woman I know that can do it so eloquently. To whereas when you come out of that conversation, you're like,
did I get disrespected?
I feel like I got shot.
Look, am I bleeding?
Am I bleeding? Golly. But she did it perfect.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job at staving off the bully that was Mike Pence last night, and really getting her point across and the things that she needed to say and what she wanted to say. I applaud that sister for that, and she's a great representation of us as a people, and that makes my chest swell up with pride because
She knew the position
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
held.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and she showed that if they win and something would happen to Biden,
She's able
that
to help.
she can step right in
Can
Yeah.
y'all imagine
with yeah with
how
no problem.
can y'all imagine how United States of America would look if Kamala became the president?
Man, good grief.
Could you imagine a black woman as a president?
All things are possible, bro.
Trying to
Oh,
tell
I'm not
you.
saying it's not, but I'm saying, could you imagine the
Oh
climate
yeah.
of America?
Oh, bro.
If I was her, I'd go get Michelle and say, hey, could you be my VP? You know
I know
what?
that's
America will blow up in flames if that happened. They would not take
bro.
that. Oh
Are
my
you? Woo, Chad. Woo, as Biggie said, it'd be a lot of slow slinging and flower bringing.
God.
Yes, sir.
What's that red dot on your forehead?
Yeah.
Right. You got one too.
You got one too.
Oh, snap.
I'd have a shirt full of American flag. Just proud. Just every time you see me, I'm proud to be an American.
But yeah, the debate last night, I think it could have been a lot better than what it was.
Yeah.
If the moderator would have done her job just like in the first one, if Mike Wallace does his job, we have a better debate. But I don't know about you guys, but let's go on. Can we go to the real star of the show?
Fly. The
The
fly.
Funkadelic.
He was on Mike Pence's head like this with them fly hands.
Yes, sir.
When he landed on Mike Pence's Snow White hair.
It stood out.
And didn't
I
he
ain't
stand
never
up?
seen no white bleed.
Ain't that something?
It's some
And-
white food.
And you know, of course, social media explodes, and you know, the majority of it was, you know, we all know what flies are attracted to.
Piss.
Ain't
Bunch
that
of
something?
piss.
Ew.
You think that moment last night was hilarious,
And they
and
focused
it was just and like we were talking about off air before we got on here, just the situation what they were talking about, and a lot of people on social media were talking. You know, they were talking about racial injustice and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people marching, yada yada yada. And I saw, like I said, I saw one meme. Somebody said that, you know, that fly was the ancestors letting Mike Pence know that racism is never over. That was the ancestors landing on his head. But
I'm mad because the camera zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
didn't it zoom
Yeah.
in on it?
Camera yeah. And then the fly looked stuck. Like, oh crap! I can't
Like
get.
the
I
stuck
can't get
in-
up.
It was
I'm
hey,
falling
hey,
and I can't get up.
hey, what do flies do in fertilizer? We gonna call it fertilizer. It plant eggs. It was planting eggs. That's what it was. Cause it thought it was on some fertilizer. That's what
It was. Probably smelled the same.
Either that or a dead body. One of the two.
Yeah, ooh.
Dang.
One of the two. That's what flies are attracted to. Am I not? I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yes,
Pete.
yes. Well, no, if he got some larva coming out his head next week or so.
I know that's right. With that corona he had in his left eye.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Ah.
He probably got him the president.
I was like, what's wrong with this dude's eye? Why is his eye? This man done come in here with the pink eye. I mean, come on, man. And then of course, the social media detectives was like, is the pink eye part of the corona? Is that can corona cause the pink eye? And of course, all the social media doctors started posting stuff. That man got corona in the eye, boy. Man, last night was something, man. Last night was something. That was hilarious to me. The fly was the star though.
Yeah, he took the cake. But I do like, real quick, I do like the fact that Kamala took a note out of Joe Biden's book last night, where she looked at the camera and was talking to the
sir. Yes,
you know, when she said, you know, when they were repealing. So if you have a precondition, you know, whatever, like diabetes or sugar, they coming for you. If you have blah 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 blah, they're coming for you. And that to me, that felt personal, like
wow. She talking to you.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
And then also I like the not only talking to the camera, but turning and talking to Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Look at him square in his eye.
She said, I got to get the record straight on this.
Yes, yeah. Look, I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to look at you while I say it. And then I'm going to turn to the American people and repeat what I said.
Yeah.
But I think she did great the entire night, except I think she got rattled one time during that whole debate. And I think where she got rattled was when he brought up her record and talked about incarcerating a lot of black people. I think that kind of got up under her skin, because she was doing fine until then. It kind of rattled because she started stuttering. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying what she said was a lie, was wrong, or whatever. But all I'm saying is I think that shook her. And I feel like as her prep team, they should have prepared her.
Be ready.
Right, because even when she was running for presidency, that kept coming up. This would have been a good time to put all that to bed.
Because really, you know, you couldn't expect anything less from the vice president after what the president did to Biden. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they play dirty.
That's real talk.
But I do like when she said, I will not be lectured. I think I am the only one on this stage who has a credible background in criminal justice and law. I think I am the only one on this stage. I was like, there go to mama.
Yep.
There go to black mama.
Boy, look. When she said that, my back straightened up. I was like,
right. I'm like,
ooh, that's somebody mama talking right there. She talking like somebody. She talking like somebody. I will not.
Yeah.
I repeat, will not be lectured.
It's like
somebody about to get hit in the mouth.
It's like when thundering, when you're at your grandma's house and it starts thundering and lightning.
Say, be quiet.
I say, get somewhere, be quiet, sit down, be quiet.
Sit down somewhere and be quiet. The Lord is doing his work.
That's right.
Unplug everything in the house.
Yeah.
And she said, I will not. That's how I felt. Get somewhere, sit down, be quiet.
I'm trying to tell you.
I want to sit down and be quiet because it's about to go off.
Yes, sir.
But if you notice, he did not respond.
He didn't have a lot to say, anything constructive to say last night anyway. There was not a lot that he can stand. When you're in a debate and you have nothing to stand on and you have no credibility, it's hard to stand up there. It's hard to debate. You're right, Mike. It's hard to debate when you have nothing to stand on and you have no credibility. So all you can do is dirty box.
Yeah.
All you can do is hit below the belt or bring up something that doesn't matter to the conversation we're talking about because you have nothing to stand on. And what was the real part that really I thought was really telling and actually scary when Susan Page asked him a question about leaving the White House if they lose.
A peaceful transaction?
A peaceful transition if they lose. He never answered the question. Trump has never answered the question. So if you lose, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get your little, well, they ain't the Proud Boys no more. That's another story for another day. But your little, they call the Leathermen now. They're not the Proud Boys anymore. Oh, side note, if y'all haven't noticed that the gay community, the gay men have taken over the Proud Boy moniker.
Yeah.
Yeah. We the Proud Boys. We are the Proud Boys.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, and it's funny you said that because I was working out yesterday, and somebody came in with that shirt.
Proud Boy.
Yes, sir.
Well,
And
the gay community has taken over the Proud Boy moniker, and now the Proud Boy, they so infuriated by it, they changed their name to the Leather Men. That's their new name. The Proud Boys' new name is the Leather Men.
Don't worry, the S&M people gonna take that.
But
who you say? What you say, Mike?
but
BDSM.
But when you have nothing to stand on and no credibility, all you can say is, okay, this, that, and the third, and hope your Proud Boys or whoever is standing back and standing by. Because that's all. If he doesn't peacefully transfer, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, because the Marines will come in there and physically put hands on him and his family and walk them out the front door. That's what's gonna have to happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna have the military come in. If he lost and it was fair,
sense. It ain't even no sense in that. That's just, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But like, that's how he is with power. He don't want to let this power go. Because it ain't about just being a president. To me, it's more about setting up relationships for his business around the world.
He already talking about putting the Trump power in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
And that's why he's so forgiving to Putin and Russia. Yeah. Because he wants to do business with them.
Okay, but his taxes say he owed debt. He has debt.
400 million.
Who does he owe the money to?
That's what should be being talked about instead of Kamala not answering a question about packing the judges. She was like, who does he owe money to?
Right.
And
talk about that.
And why is he making, and why is that affecting his decision making? That's what we should be talking about this morning.
And why he only pays $750 in taxes.
Yeah. But you know, that's
when somebody
the media
pays more than that.
Mm-hmm. But you know, like I said, I'm super excited about that, sister, and if they do win, I think we are in good hands. I think we are in good hands as a country.
Yeah, I do. Now, granted, let it be known for the record that I'm not totally in agreement with everything. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what you said, Pete, we have a better chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a country.
Mm-hmm. As a whole,
and specifically as Black people, we have a better chance, to kind of get some things done, because I've heard him and Kamala talk about some plans for Black America, for jobs, entrepreneurship, the HBCUs. Trump did not give money to the HBCUs. That is a myth. I told y'all about that a couple of weeks ago. I was watching Roland Martin. He talked to 3 presidents from different HBCUs. One was from Dillard, and I forgot where the other 2 were from. And they all stated that Trump did not. Mm-hmm. It was a bill from the Obama era that was already in existence.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump had nothing to do with that. I just wanted to put that out there for all these people that look what he did for the HBCUs. Nada.
Nothing. Nada. Zilch.
But it's still sad that over 100 HBCUs got to share $80 million.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's almost over, y'all. It's almost over. We got a few more days. Hold on. Hold tight.
Hey, look,
change is coming.
I'm not telling you who to vote for, but please go out and vote.
Please vote.
Go
vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
It really does.
What is this, a PSA? What do you?
Thought I throw that in there.
You sound like a commercial. What? Do it again, Mike.
You're not gonna treat me like this on live recording. I like spaghetti. I like spaghetti.
I repeat, I will not be lectured.
Facts. Facts.
As long as you have a voice, you have a choice.
There it is.
How's that?
Yeah, that was good. I can see them t-shirts coming off the press now.
Yeah.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's get into that, shall we? I'm glad you brought that up. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm in trouble. He called
Like,
mother. He called mother.
It's about to go down.
That's for real.
Well, shouts out to Breonna Taylor's family and friends and loved ones. We hope that with the release of the tapes of the grand jury, that it's investigated even more and that she will eventually get the justice that she truly deserves.
Let's put a little pin in that. Your boy Daniel has, as of yesterday, filed a motion to block any further grand jury investigation information to be released as of yet per yesterday. He filed a motion to the state Supreme Court to block any further information coming out about that case. And I think they're gonna hear it, I think, in the next couple days or whatever, and make a decision. So there's that.
Wow.
You talk about a cover up. Now this is
cover up.
But you just said that you believe in transparency.
Nah. Nope.
See, he mad at Megan Thee Stallion, but that's a whole nother situation.
That's no story.
Sure is.
Did y'all see that on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, she went in. Yeah, she went in. I didn't see it live, but I did see the repeat, and she went in. She went in.
On the back.
Yeah, she went in, and she was supposed to go, in.
She did good.
Yep.
She did very well. I was proud of Megan. She's such a stallion.
Governor Whitner.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It has been reported recently that there was an attempt and a kidnapping attempt for Governor Whitmer of Michigan by 6 young fools. Not even gonna call them men, because you would be a fool to try to kidnap a government official. Go ahead, Pete.
And not only that, kidnapping Governor Whitner of Michigan, also police officers. They had in the plan the plan that they were going to harm police officers, but I thought that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. But not only Whitner, but also police officers. They're gonna, run up in police stations and do what they do, and to the point where they were trying to buy explosives to blow up police departments and all this other stuff.
Yeah, they 4 of the guys planned to meet yesterday to make payment on explosives and exchange tactical gear. And this is from the FBI. Mm-hmm. And the FBI quoted one of the accusers as saying, Whitmer has no checks and balances at all. She has uncontrolled power right now. All good things must come to an end.
But we the ones they scared of.
Yeah. Authorities scheduled a Thursday afternoon news conference. So today, October 8th, this afternoon, they're scheduling a news conference to talk about the case. The government used informants and undercover agents to thwart the alleged plot. The criminal complaint said the plan involved Whitmer and her second home in northern Michigan. So she was at her vacation home and that was where they were going to try to kidnap her. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jack.
No, I was about to say, through electronic communications, 2 of the alleged conspirators agreed to unite others in their cause and take violent action against multiple state governments that they believe are violating the U.S. Constitution, says the FBI. The criminal complaint identified 6 as Adam Fox, Ty Garbin, Caleb Franks, Daniel Harris, Brandon Caserta, all of Michigan, and Barry Croft of Delaware. Fox said he needed 200 men to storm the Capitol building in Lansing and take hostages, including the governor, according to the FBI. He said he wanted to try Whitmer for treason and would execute the plan before November 3rd election. Later, however, the group shifted to targeting the governor's vacation home. Now, this is all reports from the FBI today. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that.
I'm really interested in seeing how that turns out.
But fellas, fellow kings, I wonder who put them up to that. I wonder where they got
that idea.
I wonder where they got that idea from.
I think they
man,
they was ready to roll, but I think they decided to stand down, and I guess they got tired.
They got tired of standing by, huh?
Yeah, they want to get into action.
Yeah, they want to get in there. See how dumb it is to not be your own man and stand on your own too. Because guess what, fellas? He ain't getting in trouble now. He ain't in he's not in federal custody now. You are.
Yeah. So,
and what's even funnier, that you taking the cues from somebody like that. What's even crazier, he don't give a damn about you.
Not one iota.
He don't care nothing about you. He don't care nothing about you.
Don't you gonna get a pardon?
But yet still, you gonna do this because of, and that's why they did it.
Yeah.
Because he told them to stand back and said, no, we're not gonna stand by. We gonna get in this action. And now you in the feds. You in the feds. You got all the action.
You wanted all the smoke. You got all the smoke.
And guess what? That fed time means you doing all them years. Whatever they give you, you doing every hour, every minute.
There is no need to be upset. Just have that same energy you had when you guys were going to storm the government building. Keep that same energy.
When you
in the court. When you go into that courtroom, I want to see no crying and snot and all that other stuff. No, you big boys. Yeah, we gonna storm the Capitol.
Let's see how y'all storm the courtroom.
You know how dumb that sounds? Do you actually know how stupid that sounds? We need 200 dudes to storm the Capitol and kidnap the governor. How you think that's gonna work with him?
And do what with the governor? And the kidnap.
I mean, how you think that's gonna work out for you?
Y'all didn't think that plan out at all.
Matter of fact, that plan is suicide.
Yeah, but I'm saying they didn't think it. They didn't. Where y'all gonna? I mean, how y'all? Okay.
And then you gonna put it on Facebook and
put it on social media.
Put it on social media. That's where it's gonna start, on social media. And you're gonna be texting folk. I mean, you got to do this like The Wire. You got to, for you Wire fans. Yeah, you got to get you a track phone. Get you a track phone. Something disposable. You can't be like that on your own phone.
On flip phone.
They remind me of this comedian was talking about this dumb drug dealer that got caught. His name was Pookie, right? He's standing up on the corner. The cops run up on him to my Pookie, put your hands up or something like that to my. Oh man, who ratted me out? He got Pookie across the back on his jacket in rhinestone.
I mean, Pookie. I mean, come on, man. I mean, how do you think that was gonna work out? You think the feds wasn't gonna catch you? And then I
thought you were gonna get through this successfully. You really thought that was gonna happen.
And then come to find out, I think one of the people that was going to be a part of the group turned into Tekashi.
Yeah.
Turned into
Yeah,
it turned
Tekashi
into
I got 6
Tekashi.
times.
Tekashi the Canary.
Yeah, just out here snitching and become a agent, federal agent for him. I mean, honestly, are you that dumb and that gullible that you would allow another man to juice you up to the point that you're going to get these federal years? He's not going to do these years. You are. You're going to be away from your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, your mama, your daddy.
Now you gonna be somebody's wife, girlfriend, all that.
Pull your pocket out.
Watching
Hold my
somebody
pocket.
drop
Hold my
some-
pocket. On some scared straight.
Comb my chest hair.
But you stupid. But it's laughable to me that you as a man you can't stand on your own too. I mean, you're gonna let somebody lead you by the nose who don't care nothing about you.
Who don't even know you.
That don't even know you.
Don't even know.
Don't even know you exist and could care less about you.
Yeah.
But you get geeked up and juiced up over. Wow.
He told y'all to stand back.
Hold on,
No.
I'll tell you when. No, sir,
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna run up in here head first. Now you
He told y'all to stand
Man,
by
somebody
like
must be him hit first.
he told y'all to stand like potential energy. Nah, y'all want to be kinetic. Y'all want to be energy and motion. That's what you
I
did.
had to look that up real quick.
You want to be what they might kinetic.
Yeah. I want to be kinetic energy. Energy and motion. That's what you get.
Now you're combing somebody's chest hair.
Yeah.
He hit first.
Man, I tell you, oh man, it's just we are in a very, very critical time right now, for real, on real talk. I mean, we laughing and joking about it, but we in a critical time, man.
We're in
for
a
real.
toxic time.
Yeah, we got some folk out here that really think they bad, and they really think, you know what I'm saying, that you can just walk the streets and do whatever and there's no consequences, or you can plan kidnapping and there's no consequences.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You put on
ladies and
social
gentlemen,
media.
let me make this clear. Rocky Balboa was fictional.
What?
That's all it needs to be said.
Are you serious?
Rocky was not real, folks.
What?
If you and look, and if you get that reference, if you know. That's
The
what Pusha T
Terminator
said.
was not real, folks.
No, but he was governor.
But he did not come back.
True.
He did not come back.
Yeah,
It's one thing. Like my grandma used to always say, use your head for more than a hat rack.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's real talk.
Yeah.
That is real talk, man. Yeah, you can't let people influence you to the point where you find yourself in trouble.
Just a crash dummy for somebody.
Yeah. For somebody who don't care nothing about you.
Yeah. Don't even know your name. Don't even know your name.
Like I was going to say, Mike, like you just said, you don't even know you exist. You don't even know you exist. But that's the time that we're in right now. And it's sad.
That's
and
sad times.
It's sad, man.
Very sad.
Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap this on up. We appreciate y'all listening and tuning in. I want to go ahead and give the Bible verse a thought for the week. We're coming from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 2.
Jesus wept.
And it reads, always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. It's that it kind of ties into Mike's inspiration piece. If you want to see change around you,
Make changes within you.
yes, be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other.
Yep.
So while I'm working on me, be patient. And while you're working on you, be patient.
It's a gospel song. Please be patient with me.
God is not through with me yet.
I know that's right.
All right, folks.
Jesus,
Boy.
he not through with me yet. We not gonna open the doors of the church. If there's anyone,
Please don't forget to come back at 3 o'clock for the Usher Board anniversary.
Wow.
we will be serving chips and soft drinks downstairs in the kitchen.
In the fellowship hall.
In the fellowship hall with the wooden fold-out seats. And please do not forget, if you're on the Pastor Aid Committee, we have a meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at Sister Juanita house.
All right, folks. That's our show for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you listening to us, watching us, and all that stuff. Again, this is our show, Ourvoice 360. Our perspectives, our ways. Be blessed, be safe, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace.
If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when a new show drops. Please rate and review this podcast and share it with your friends. Also, if you'd like to advertise or become a sponsor, please send an email to ourvoice360@gmail.com with your inquiry. We'll connect with you as soon as possible in hopes of creating a great partnership. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Ourvoice 360. Our perspectives, our way, keeping you in the know while you're on the go. See you next week.